An absolutely perfect fall afternoon for football, Coach, and we are under bright blue Colorado skies at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Mexico City Golden Eagles and the Denver Broncos. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
We're outside. 53, Mike. All day, baby, all day, all day.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Here we go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Let's go. Big Ed. Red 80.
Now Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Check Mike 21, check Mike 21. And lady, check 50.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's got his man Hilton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got him. 53 to Mike. Red 80. Watch the run. Mike, 53. Mike. They can't hang with us.
Darnold from the gun. He's got it to Hilton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Mike 96. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. And this one is right down the middle. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Yeah, and a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
The set. Look at it. Gun. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. 45. Set. 45. Oh, here we go. Oh, express.
Throwing on 2nd down. Newton looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Great. Hey, we're going Mike 40. Express.
Now Newton. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Check three. 20.
On 1st down, it's Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Great. Here we go again. Express. Watch twins.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken the lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
You can't stop me.
That's the end of the first quarter.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
53 is mine. Check, 53. Hey, echo. 65, 65.
Darnold now to throw. And the catch made by Hilton. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. T.Y. Hilton. 82 yards, and the Broncos have retaken the lead. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Newton on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Newton on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
20. Hey, come on now, come on now. Boom, boom. Express. Check 45 to Mike.
2nd and 10, Newton again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Smooth. 53. Young lady. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's get that.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lady. 53 to Mike. 53. Check. Lady. So we got man. Share.
Here's Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. Johnson was the intended receiver. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offensive coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
What we got?
From the 50, Newton. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. Then he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Newton now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Watch the screen.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. And he comes back with one complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Check 53's Mike. Check Mike. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 3, lady. Whip. Watch that.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
We're going to sign. 47's the mic. I'm coming. I'm coming. Yo, 80. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking deep for Hilton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Here goes, 53 is the mic. 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ready, ready, 45. Gun. 45 tonight, 45 on.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
It's our time.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Set. Look, 80. Check 45. Come on. Great. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Truck. 45. Mike. 8.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Check. Crouch.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. from a yard out. And his guys have once again taken the lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Out of time, let's get off the field. Let's get up, young lady. Mike 47.
Hey, exit.
Get him, get him, get him.
Hey, check Mike 47.
Now it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. To try again after the sack. Darnold looking deep for Hilton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Let's go, D. Shift. Great. Mike 40. Here we go.
On first down, Newton. Hunter Henry brings it in. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing is Newton. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It's 3rd down and 1 yard to go.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
20.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40.
Out of the gun, Newton. Open man, it's Allen. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
96 is coming. We got Mike 96. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
The 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Gun, gun.
45 to Mike. Watch twist, watch twist. Check, 45. Check.
The shotgun snap for Newton. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
Let's go.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He's coming. Double up, double up. 8.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
That's it, baby.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Let's get off the field, D. 8. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby.
Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
You ain't going nowhere.
Gun, gun, gun.
Third and long. It's Newton. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. On first down, Newton. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Newton will bring him up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Check 4, check 20.
From the 16, Newton. Allen's got it complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really...
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Melvin Gordon. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. With those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey, hey, hey. Hello, lady. Mike 96. Mike 96. Let's go.
Darnold from the gun. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's taking it around the 40. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On first down, it's Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Rush in.
Great.
Newton now to throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
He's coming. 8. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Alert flare.
20.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line.
Under 10. 10. Switch. 8. Express.
Operating from the gun. Newton. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, switch gears. Watch the ship.
Great.
Watch the ship.
This is Gordon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Mexico City.
Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
20.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
From the red zone now, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Out. 3 down. Out. Slam. Wide. Get wide. 8.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here we go.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Darnold. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Darnold. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Switch.
Red 80.
Check.
Red 80.
Hot.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Be afraid of me. Red 80.
Check safety.
Red 80. Red 80.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. They'll come out in the pistol. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal.
Check three, check three, check three. Check 24, check 24.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Gun.
Check Mike 45, check Mike 45. Hey, here I come, here I come, here I come, here I come.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. And his kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
We play to win. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He'll find Lindsey here. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Exit.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Mike 45. Let's go deep. Tighten up. Let's
rock now.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for our visitor,